Alright guys, how's it going? We're gonna have a bit of a reconstructing things episode today. I've noticed a few things that need some optimizing, some things that need to be changed, and so I figured rather than me do it and try to show you in the beginning of the next episode, we just have an episode of me working on this stuff, and I'll kind of show you what it is we're going to be doing and then go and work on it for a bit. So this is the first thing. We have this train coming in here from up here, which is almost completely empty. And we have started mining up stone down here, but the train isn't coming down here to collect it because it can still go to the other one. It's closer. I could go and shut that train station off up there whenever it's not full. I've done this in 248K and other games. But I realized that we only need the stone to go to about right here. So I really don't need a train to do that. So what I'm going to do is basically eliminate this stone drop off here. So the train will come from up here, and I'm going to make this down here an actual stone drop off for that train. And I'm going to have these two that I have here go into a warehouse and reroute that up where it needs to go. So the optimization tech card has gotten done. I did notice after we got done that this one and these two still need the red and the green, so I'm going to go ahead and run both of these while we're working on this, and then after that we won't need anything and we'll be able to do the changeover for our tech area. And I'm going to attempt, when I do the advanced modules here, to try to limit how many excess of the red and greens I make, so I don't have them just sitting around. But I'm going to go ahead and work on this changeover, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. Alright, so the fusion locomotive has gotten done. I'm going to go ahead and start on the advanced modules. And I have cleaned up a whole lot of this, straightened up our line coming down here, removed the train from coming through this area, so now we can fill this area a little bit better with solar if we need to, which also got that crappy intersection that I had right here out of there. This had to be made a little wonky, but it works for now, and I've gone ahead and removed that train from here. The stone has gotten out of there, so I'm gonna start working on getting this part changed over. I'll be back again. Alright, so we have the stone changeover done. I have this one now coming out this side, and in the bottom the train is outputting into that side, and these are just sitting here for the moment because I don't really need them, but we will be needing them for the next thing we're doing, which, if you look up here, we have a serious issue with quartz. So this is taking our quartz and making our silicon. and we just do not have enough quartz to do so. We did have enough stone coming in to do it, and now we don't. I think because we had 2 blues coming in, now we only have 1. But I'm basically going to get rid of this area here. That way I can spread these out, go ahead and do the same that we did with the iron and copper. But we are going to move this area to down here that I already started on. This, as of right now, is just a copy of what we have up there. And I'm going to work on optimizing this a bit. We can have productivity modules in all of our crushers, which will help with the sand. And then for the quartz, we can have productivity in those as well, but only 2. So I'm going to spread this out a bit and put in some beacons here. Probably end up making some more crushers, which I have just been doing by hand because we never automated them. And I'm going to run the stone over from the this one from here to over here, and it's just going to feed this area. So I'm going to work on this, and I will show you what I end up with when we get done with that. And I completely forgot to show you guys, I did a thing. I built a whole new reactor. So this is a quad reactor design. It's basically the same as the single, but, well, 4 of them. And I also didn't leave a space in between here. So they are running with substations on the outer side, and then in the center that is taking care of all the power, so I could get more in a limited space. And I have a potential of 1.3 gigawatts, and we're not using it. So I haven't really kept an eye on that area. It's just been running. I need to do a little bit of optimizing, I'm sure, to it as well. And we're getting really close on the advanced modules. I went ahead and started pulling the red and greens out. We're down to just 1 red and 1 green up here. And I may be able to pull them out completely now. As you can see, we're getting really short on the red and the greens, because, well, I guess we have 2 greens, but this one was this one's not running. But it looks like I might need to go ahead and put it back there. And just for a little bit, let it get finished up, but now we don't have quite as many of them on the belt, so we'll let those get finished up, and I'll be back with you when the quartz change is done. Be right back. Alright, I'd say that's about as close as I could get it. There's only a couple reds left in here, and we're down to the last 2 greens. I ended up having to handcraft a few of them. But that means we are now completely done with the red tech card, the green tech card, the blue tech card, and the military tech card. Which also means we are completely done with these labs. Everything else is going to take the matter one or the quantum one, and we can't run those at all in these labs, so I'm going to go ahead and pop these out real quick. And go throw these in for making more of the singularity labs. And since we're basically going to be changing over all of the way we do this stuff, I'm going to actually move our lab area, since we're not going to be using these anymore. We're going to be using the singularities to do it. We'll end up just cleaning out this area completely. This is what I ended up with having left over at the end. I'm going to go ahead and throw those in there for right now. And there's no more research we can do right now until we get that next type of tech card done. So I'm going back to working on the crystal stuff, and I'll see you in just a bit. Alright, so from the bit I have gotten done, it seems like with this setup, I will need one crusher per... oh, excuse me. 2 filtration plants. And I went ahead and got the smelting set up down here. I don't have all of the belt work done yet. And I did have 4 more crushers in there, which I have taken out. So I'm going to end up putting them in. I'm thinking I might be able to do this a little bit better. Because I have this pair here. And I'm thinking that maybe I can do, since one of these will take care of 2 of them, I'm wondering if I can do something along the lines of this. And then have the... no, the beacon will not reach. But I could do this. It would basically go the other way. Turn this around. So this. So then the stone would come across the top. I would just output like that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take this out, change it around, and do it like this, and that'll save me some beacons, which will save me some power. And I'm gonna go ahead and set up 10 crushers, so that'll be 20 filtration units. And that should give me a decent amount for this, at least for now. And I just need to get it ran up and connected here. Or this is coming over and down here, so I may Yeah, I think I'll just bring it in right along here. I think that's what I'll end up doing. So, that's what's going on. Be right back. Alright, the bots are just finishing up the belt here. I've got a blue belt running all the way over here. And I've got this all completed. Now, just time to see it actually perform once they get that belt complete, which looks like they have. And it's running up here. I went ahead and disconnected this one, so it's only going that way, not down this direction. And then this one will come in here and feed all of our stuff over here, which I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this belt to blue. And I've probably got a little bit more that I need to do. Like, I probably should upgrade all of this as well, because we end up sending a lot of it down that way. And I may even go to green. I haven't decided yet, but now that that's actually moving, well, one half of it's moving. Let's see how we're actually doing filling here. So I have this half going onto this side of the belt, this half going onto this side. And so it looks like those last few aren't actually being used. Although it does look like I could upgrade this to green coming in here, splitting off the blue. I may have overdone it a bit, but it works. It's keeping us full at the moment, at least. I may have to change over some of how we actually distribute it up here. I'll keep an eye on that and see how that goes. And I may also just put this on a train and have it dropped off right here instead of running that entire belt. Yeah, it doesn't look like, since we have this as blue, well, oh, change that to blue, and now that should get us a little bit more throughput here, which it does. And it's got to fill everything back in because, well, it was empty. So we'll see how that works. And I've also started working on, I started this before we started, by the way, updating the circuits. If you remember back here, there was a space in between. I've taken that out. So now we have 2 copper cable and 4 circuit all running off of 1 beacon. And then I just copied and pasted that all down through there. And that's when I figured out that I needed to work on this, because we had a issue with getting the silicon and the glass through here. So now that I've got that done, I can go ahead and hook this up. And that actually shouldn't matter, because that's going to be the only thing on that belt. So we only do need one side. Although I do need to move this down because then I need to also, that needs to be blue, not red. So then that can come down here. This is doing the 4 copper cables here, and 4 of these. We'll see just how much I need, if I need to do another one down here or not. So now I need to work on getting the red circuits done. Once I get this all done, I will then take out this back here and build another one back there. This is just for me to start working on getting more blue circuits done, which I'm gonna do the beacons with it as well. And I think for the reds, instead of having this come down on this side, I think I'm gonna have them come down the center and have the reds go output to either side, and then put the belt through here. So I'm going to work on this. This is going to take me a lot more time to get finalized. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. We've been here for 20 some minutes now. And once I get all of this redone, then we can start on making our next circuit there, which is going to need tritium. And as of right now, our tritium is coming from, holy crap, where is it? Here. Our tritium is coming from our used up uranium fuel, and we only have 17. But there is a way of making it. Seen it in here the other day. There it is. So we can use rare metal, lithium, and uranium-235 in the centrifuge and make tritium. So we'll also have to set up that before we start on those circuits. But we're going to go ahead and work on the cleaning up that area up there for our labs a bit more and changing that over. The only thing with that is we can't do the optimized tech card yet, or the let's actually look and see here. So the optimized is a blank and space research. That's going to come in from the satellite, I'm guessing. And then this one needs a matter research data. And okay, so we can do that. It's not going to need that new circuit, so we'll probably start on getting those done as well, and maybe look into the satellite. So that's what's going to be coming in the next few. So I will work on this circuit area and see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.